to do it.
All right, so this is what happens. This is what happens. This is time. Let me tell you what happens. So we go. So you got me? Am I in it? Okay. So we go out, and my brother's riding my bicycle. How do you think that makes me feel?
Oh my God.
Right?
I feel like jealous.
That's right. I'm upset.
You just want to throw a brick at his face.
Right.
I would kick him with
So
his middle leg.
when my brother gets off the bike, what do you think I do?
Punch him?
I get on the bike. But go ahead.
Did you fall?
I'm going to explain that in a minute.
Do you
It's a
feel
good question.
intimidated when you was riding the bike? Like,
Did
you
what?
feel like intimidated? Did you like hate it?
Well, I was afraid, right? You got all these big people telling you, and there's a doctor who was a Mass General Hospital, Harvard educated, and he's telling me, don't get on the bike, you'll kill yourself. He told me that. You will kill yourself if you get on that bike.
But you didn't kill yourself.
That's right.
Because you're still
That's
here.
right. But would you be afraid?
Yes.
Okay. So it's a Survivor. That's great. All right. So what happens is one day I would get on the bicycle, but all the mothers used to be home in those days. They didn't go to work. They stayed home and took care of the kids. What a concept. Anyway, so guess what? All the kids would run to get what? Their
Bikes.
mothers.
Oh.
And then all the mothers would come back, and I'd be on the bicycle, and then all the mothers would show up. What do you think they would do?
Get off the bike!
Get off the bike! Get off the bike!
Get off the bike!
All right. And they would actually take my fingers off the bike like this, and guess what I would do?
Go back on.
No, I couldn't. They all had me by that time. They were holding me. And guess what was going on in my mind? Now think of this. Think of you. You're on the bike. Doctor says you're going to die if you ride the bike because nobody's ever done it before. It's impossible. And these people are taking you off the bike. What do you it's kind of like you got mixed emotions, right?
It's more, if you're saying, I gotta do this even more.
No. I'm looking at these mothers taking me off the bike, and what am I saying to myself?
I got this. It's not fair. I got
No, I'm thinking, thank God you're here, right? Because now it's not my decision not to ride the bike. They're taking me off the bike. So that guess what? I couldn't ride the bike. Why? Because they took me off. So I go, oh, all right. So it's like it gets to be what? It gets to be what? A game, right? I get on the
between
bicycle.
you and the mothers.
I want to ride the bicycle. All the kids get the mothers. This happened like once or twice a week, right? Mothers come, they take me off, and I'm thinking, whew, the mothers are here. I don't have to try it, right? One day, I get on the bicycle.
The mothers wasn't there.
Nobody was there. All the kids ran to get their mothers, and for some reason, the mothers didn't show up. Now, what's going on in my head now?
This is my chance.
This is my chance, but I'm not happy about my chance because I'm afraid, right? And it was real quiet. And then I heard this little voice, and I always talk to guys your age about the voice, and everybody hears a voice.
It's like a self-conscious. It's a conscious
that little
inside.
voice sometimes. You get everybody get a little voice sometimes. I've been through a lot of schools and talked about this, so I feel like this little voice is talking to me. It's going, ride the bike, and I'm like, huh? It wasn't like a voice, but it's like a feeling, right? It's not. You don't hear it, but you hear it. And I'm going. It's going, ride the bike, and I'm like, so I push off the curb. And I go like this, and all of a sudden I don't go, boom. And now it was a 3-speed. In those days, we didn't have 10 and 12 and 25 and 30 speeds. We had 3 speeds. That was different than the other bikes, because the American bikes, you couldn't pull this pedal up, because if you pull the pedal up, it'd break the bike. So now, I can pull the pedal up, and I push, and I push, and push, and now I'm riding the bike. And guess what starts to happen?
You fall.
No.
You ride and ride and
What
ride.
about the mothers?
The mothers, they see you.
The mothers, right, are coming out and they're running down the stairs. They all have dresses on in those days. And did you ever see the movie Forrest Gump? Run,
Yeah.
Forrest, Forrest. Yeah, I love that movie. And they're running down the street after me, screaming, run, Forrest, run. No, they're yelling at me. They're yelling at me, get off the bike. You'll kill yourself, right? And exactly what am I doing? I'm going, ha ha, right? And I'm riding down the hill. And guess what? They can't catch me. They're running as fast as they can, and they can't catch me. And I'm like, now how do you think I felt?
You felt excited. You were like living the life.
You felt free.
Free!
You were living the life.
liberate. I could ride the bike, right? Right? So now I can be what? I can be like the other kids, right?
Did you feel like you were living the life?
I was living a life. So now I can ride the bike. And guess what? Not only did I get to ride the bike, I got to ride it really fast. And not only could I
You
ride
didn't
it fast,
fall.
and I could ride it fast. Yeah, and it'd be impossible. All of a sudden, the possible,
Did you break the
impossible.
world
You took out
record
the
now?
I and the M and it came
For kids with
possible.
one leg, I did. Yeah, go ahead.
You took out the I and the M and it came
That's
possible.
right. I am possible. I took the
Wait,
I
you
am
took the
out of
world
it.
record?
I am. You're right. That's perfect. I love that. I
After
took.
they took off your leg?
What's that?
Just after they took off your leg?
What?
What?
That you
Yeah, you
both
just
lied.
took out the I and the M.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so did you hold the world record?
For riding a bike with one leg, I did. Yeah.
Are you in the world record book?
No. I didn't.
You should.
So guess what? Guess what? Guess what I did with like 2 days later? What do you think I might do with the bike?
Ride it
Go
again.
to the doctor.
Yeah, I like you, Coster. You go to the head of class. Did you hear what he said?
Go to the doctor and say I did.
Right? I went back to the doctor and I said, what? Here is your impossible. Right?
And
So
they're like,
so now wait a minute, get this. All these old people, all the smarter people all who went to school and everything else, just told me something was impossible, and I proved them all wrong. What do you think I started to understand? Go ahead.
That believe in
What?
yourself.
I believed in myself, and guess what? I didn't believe what? I didn't believe them.
Yeah.
Right? Why should I believe them? What's your name? What is it? Jason. Thank you, Jason. Right? I didn't believe them. And when people, and then I also believe when somebody tells me that something's impossible. What? I got to think about this
Anything's-
because somebody, even though he didn't know it and he didn't mean it, he was telling me a lie. You see,
Isn't
it was a
anything
lie.
possible?
He didn't mean to tell me a lie.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. Well, I didn't even have to come here and talk to you guys, did I? You guys have got it down. That's my whole message. Anything is possible. So all my life, after that, when somebody told me something was impossible,
You tried. You did it. You never believed anything when you guys said.
I said, we'll see about that.
And you did it.
Right? We're going to see.